What's up, everyone? All right, so in today's episode, I'm going to break down my trades from the morning. I'm currently sitting in the green 4 times the daily goal, up $20,000 in about 3 hours of day trading. Well, I'm rounding up a little bit. I'm at $19,925.66. And just like in yesterday's recap, what do we have squeezing? MLGO. This stock is squeezing up again as I'm sitting down to do the recap. The problem is there was just a 50,000 share seller on the level 2 at 1730, right at this double top. And then you know what you had at 1760? Another 50,000 share seller. So it's like this has sellers back to back. You zoom out a little bit and you realize, yeah, this is a tricky chart. It had come up yesterday, topped out there, or pre-market high, and then yesterday hit that high of 2074. But yesterday, you know what I was able to do? I wasn't able to walk away perhaps with as much profit as maybe some of you guys who trade MLGO, but I walked away with my dignity. That was if I can't have profit, at least I can have that. Although sometimes I lose both. I lose my dignity and lose money, which is very disappointing when that happens. In fact, that's exactly what happened on Tuesday of this week. So the story of this week has been a story of, pain, disappointment, and then a triumphant recovery. So thanks to the $20,000 today, I am now going to be back at my highs, and I will be sitting with, thankfully, a green week. So this was the week. Monday, slow. Tuesday, devastating. Wednesday, recovery. Thursday, recovery. And today, Friday, finally crossing over, being red on the week, back to green. And I thought for a second, I was having lunch yesterday and someone said, I was talking about my red day. I'll talk about it to anyone who will listen. You get so depressed on these red days. And so, I was talking about, they're like, well, you're still green on the week, aren't you? And I was like, well, no. I was like, but come to think of it, I've got a pretty good shot at being green on the week. And if you think of that sort of glass really half full, when was the last time I had a red week? Just out of curiosity. So November, I had a red day. But it looks like, well, that doesn't count. No, see, that's a technicality. That's red on a technicality. Now let's carry that back to October. So last full week of October, it was minus 9,000, but still a green week. Okay, so that's a green week. So let's see, September, did I have a red week in September? No. August, did I have a red week in August? July, June. What about June? No red week in June. What about May? Oh man, that's embarrassing. So the last red week I had, well, it's not embarrassing. It's just, had I known that this had the potential to set, some kind of big record, maybe I would have tried a little harder. But maybe that's exactly the wrong attitude, because that's what got me into this mess in the first place. So anyways, as it stands right now, my last red week was May 2024. I'm still, I'm not in a green streak, so to speak, but I am trying to minimize the frequency of red days, and I am trying to minimize the frequency of red weeks, and certainly red months, and by all means, red years. And I've been doing a good job with that. So I guess the last red month, if we're going to look at it, was probably maybe 2023. I had a red month. I think we do year and month. This will give us a better view. So 2024, no red months. 2023, I had a red month in March. So March of 2023 was the last red month. So I've gone 2 years without a red month. I'm grateful for that. Not everyone can say that. So I focus on discipline, getting in, getting green. I had 21, 22, no red months, but in 2020 I was, oh, no, maybe not. I thought I might have been, I guess that was a close call in November. But so, look, these are the ups and downs of trading. But big picture is, well, maybe I can't be green every single day, but can I try to be green each week? Can I try to be green each month? And on those bigger levels, I'm doing a pretty good job of it. So I have a couple exciting episodes that are going to be coming out soon. This year, in 51 days, I made $1 million. From January 1st until whatever it was, mid-March, when I crossed over 1 million. So I've got an episode coming out that's going to be dedicated to the first 51 days of this year. I'll do another episode at some point dedicated to the 76-day consecutive hot streak. And I have a Q&A episode where I'm answering questions that you guys have been asking. That's going to be coming out tomorrow right here on YouTube. So I hope you guys are subscribed to the channel so you get the notification when that goes live. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. All right, so MLGO, this one has been I wouldn't say my Achilles heel, but Chinese stocks have been a bit of a temptation this week that have tempted me and burned me and frustrated me and disappointed me. Yeah, I've had a very short fuse as a result of some of the games they've been playing. These big sellers, the canceling of the orders, it's just, oh gosh, I'm sick of it. So, you know what? I don't know what next week's going to hold for us, but MLGO hasn't died yet, so people are continuing to trade it. And I know some people have made some great money on it, but I just, today I only got one trade on it, $799. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to the beginning of the day. PRTG. So in fact, last night I checked my phone. Now, I will say, by the way, the reason I pulled up my calendar was because I wanted to show you that I did not take any more trades yesterday. Now, I know some of you guys said, Ross, I know for a fact that you would have traded MLGO the second the recap ended. And I said, no, I swear, I did not trade MLGO after the recap ended. So yesterday I was up $9,172, whatever it was. That was the recap. That's where I'm at. So that was it. Didn't take any more trades. Okay, so that was the first thing. So I didn't look at the market until later in the day when I saw that PRTG had squeezed after hours, up over 100%. So I thought, all right, this is something I should watch into Friday. Biotech stock, relatively low float, it had news. So how well does it meet all 5 criteria of stock selection? Well, if you haven't downloaded my PDF, it's linked in the comments and in the top of the description. Download my 5 pillars of stock selection so you can have that as a resource right in your desk. It met those 5 criteria perfectly. So the next question is, how does the daily chart look? How do the technicals look? The daily, to me, looked good with room on the daily up to 1289, the high of this candle here, and then a high back here of is quite a bit higher. By the way, to get these drawing tools, you can have your drawing toolbar right here on the side. And then when you have a drawing tool that you use a lot, you can star it, and that'll create a little sticky menu right here. So whenever you're in full screen mode or whatever, you have your sticky menu here of your drawing tools. So we had 1289 there, and then we had room up to this high here, which was $23. Now, by the way, when you're on the mouse, when you're on the candle, press the control button on your keyboard, and it'll move the trend line to the top of that candle, even if it'll snap it to the top of that candle. So that's a good idea to do. All right, so PRTG, I sat down and was liking it. I saw this morning at around 6:05, it popped up here, dropped back down. And as it came back up again, boom, that gave us the trades going into 7 a.m. So started trading it right in this area for the break of 1050. We got squeezed up to 11, 1150, all the way up to 12. Micro pullback, squeezed to 1350. That, honestly, was the best move of the entire day. And it was at 7 a.m. It didn't get better than that. I could have just gone to bed. Now, I did end up making a little bit more money on it. I got a nice dip off the VWAP here. That was clean. We also got a little pop right here at the open, but then it reversed into a halt down. I didn't trade that. I was a little worried about, there was a couple reasons I was feeling like I couldn't trust it, and that was a good move that I kept my hand off the keyboard there at the open. And I got this little 5-minute pullback here, but that didn't resolve through the new high. We did a double top, which was a little unfortunate. So PRTG, getting dialed in on this we'll go all the way to the 10-second time frame. So my first trade on this, we're going to go back. Let's see, first entry, best entry was $10.11. So buying down here, let's see, that was at, what time was it? 6:45. So it would have been, oops, sorry. So it would have been right around here, right on this pullback. So it started to pop up, bought this little pullback, pops up a little more, a little more, a little more, dips down, then rips right at 7 a.m. or coming into 7 a.m. Got a nice move up to 1090, dips, another move up to 11. So in that area, I was trading it, and then we got that nice squeeze. Now, we added a little double top here at 12, coming into 7 a.m. And I was a little worried about how well that would work. But boy, that broke 12 and went straight to 1320, 1310, 12. Well, went to about 1270, micro pullback, then up to 13, pull back up to 1320. So some really nice price action on that pre-market, but then once the bell rang, it became very choppy. So got my profit on that, switch gears, got a little trade on MLGO. You know, again, this really annoying stock, whatever, it is what it is. I'm finishing the week in such good shape though. At this point, I don't really care. DBVT had an interesting move this morning, early, squeezed from 5 all the way up to what? A high of like 13 bucks, but then came right back down. Kind of weird, didn't trade that one. QNTM, this one was on the scans yesterday, had earnings. So popped up, pulled back, popped up, pulled back. Wasn't able to really get dialed in on it. It's kind of choppy, lighter volume, smaller positions. So only made $400 on that. And with that, I finished the week. So I basically, all things considered, you know, the week was not for nothing. It would have been if I hadn't traded today. I basically have nothing on the week. But thanks to today, I have some profit on the week. And I've fully recovered the drawdown here. So that's good. So that's a nice way to finish the week. You know, I had a big loss. I followed exactly what I suggested in my episode that I uploaded. Let's see, I'll give you the link to it here. I did an episode on why most traders lose. Let me just put this here so you guys can check it out. So why most traders lose. Right there. Oops. So in this episode, I shared my proven 3-step system for recovering losses. It's what I do every time after I have a big loss. I'll put a link to this at the end of today's episode. So I encourage you guys to check that out again. I followed the steps I share with you. I kept size small until I'd recovered half my loss. Once I'd recovered about 14,000, which was by the end of the day on Tuesday or Wednesday, I was able to feel a little more comfortable sizing up on Thursday. Was a little more aggressive Thursday, got in, got green, 9,000, and then we ran out of opportunities. Walked away, hard stop, basically at the opening bell. Today, pretty much the same thing, got in, got green, I'm done. I'm not taking any more trades, no point in risking it, and I had a pretty decent day today. So I didn't take max share size today, yesterday, or Wednesday. None of these days I was able to go to full size, but I guess at my peak today, I was probably at about half size of full position, which is pretty good. So I got some nice trades given that position. Might have been more, you know, if I hadn't had this loss. And that's the double cost of this loss. It's the loss on that day, but then it cost me these next 3 days because I was trading more conservatively because I couldn't risk extending the drawdown. So I needed to make that recovery, and that's what I was able to do. So you guys get to see it here in the daily recaps. Of course, you get to see it live if you're a member at Warrior Trading. And I do hope you come check out the website over at warriortrading.com. I've got, that's my broker statements for February. March will be uploaded at the end of the month. But if you come over to join now, you will see that we've got our anniversary sale going on right now. So it has been 13 years, celebrating 13 years here at Warrior Trading, and we couldn't be more thrilled. So thank you guys who have been, you know, loyal subscribers here on YouTube. If you're ready to take the leap and become a member, we'd love to have you check out the Warrior Starter and Warrior Pro memberships, and hopefully we'll see you in the chat room on Monday morning. All right, so that's it for me. Reminder as always, trading is risky. My results aren't typical, so please manage your risk, take it slow, and I'll put the link to this episode on why most traders lose money and how I recover right here. Okay, thanks you guys. I'll see you on Monday.